Caine is not artificial intelligence. I rewatched episode 7 several times, and every single time I kept getting stuck on one thing: the logic of Abel as an NPC and the behavior of Caine himself. Some lines felt almost random, like they were thrown in without explanation. But now, I think I'm starting to see the pattern. And if I'm right, this is way more disturbing than it looks. I don't think Caine is an artificial intelligence. I think he's human. Back in episode 6, we see Caine looking at photographs of the real world. He calls it the macro universe, and it clearly fascinates him. Not in a scientific way, in a personal one. Those same photos appear again in episode 7, and after looking at them, Caine says something very strange. It's a shame I don't have access to that anymore. Access to the real world? Since when does a robot ever have access to reality? That was the moment I started paying much closer attention. Let me bring back an idea from my previous theory about Caine. I suggested that Caine might actually be Abel, the second founder of the Caine and Abel company. Back then, I thought maybe the real Caine abandoned his brother and left him behind. But now the theory grows much bigger. Both Caine and Abel are inside the circus. Their reflections are Caine and Caine. Look at how the digital circus affects everyone differently. Caine is slowly losing his mind. Jax sees mechanical visions, machines, systems, patterns. The others don't even remember their real names anymore. And against all of this chaos, there seems to be only one stable figure: Caine, the so-called artificial intelligence. But he's the one saying he was cut off from the real world. And that's not the only red flag. In episode 7, Abel says something incredibly important. He claims that Caine is just as much a prisoner of this place as everyone else, but unlike them, he will never escape. Why say just like them? Why would an NPC insist on pointing out that Caine is the same as the others? That line matters a lot. And then comes the final conversation between Jax and Caine. Caine almost sounds desperate. He asks Jax to judge him, to say that he's a good guy, that he's not that different from humans. Throughout the entire episode, through his own words and through Abel's words, Caine keeps repeating the same message. He's the same. He's human. But there's one difference. He can't leave. Everything Abel said is true. Escape is possible. Just not for Caine. Most likely, he's the only one who actually died in the real world, the only one who will stay behind in the circus if everyone else escapes. And that's why he gave the others a chance. I'm convinced that if they had pressed the other button, they would have gotten out. But Caine influenced Jax's mind. He made him stay, because otherwise the circus would be left with only one player: Caine, alone, forever. So what do you think about the theory that Caine is human? Leave your thoughts in the comments. I genuinely want to read them. And subscribe. New theories here every single day.